Hey folks, welcome back to episode 33 of Factorio, and to post commentary because Josh is a dumbass and accidentally muted his mic in the previous episode, and yeah, so if you watched the last episode, you know what the second half was post-process, and then you know what's going on. And hopefully I won't be doing this shit anymore, because now on I'll be like double and triple and quadruple checking every time I go to record an episode. Be like, oh, is my shit? Yeah, is my shit muted? But yeah, so we're finishing up the advanced circuit production. We're getting all that situated. We still gotta get a few more assembling machine twos, and get the lines extended all the way out. We got to get the inserters laid out, and we got to get some more damn trees out of the way, because you know trees are always in the way. But yeah, making pretty good progress. I'm happy with it. I got to record I think about 4 episodes today, and I always feel like I get anxious. I'm like, well, I want to record, and it's like, well, I don't want to record yet because I've still got quite a few videos to go out already, and so I don't want to get too far ahead. But then I'm like, well, I really want to play. I mean, I could start another world, but I don't want to get burnt out. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, well, I don't feel like playing anymore because I don't, beat the game in another world off camera and stuff like that. So I get excited to play, which is pretty cool. It's one of them things. I tend to play a game a lot and then lose interest pretty quick. I put a lot of work in, like Space Engineers. I really like that game, but I spent like, oh shit, I don't even know, like a week building a ship, and by the time I was done, like I barely used the ship, and I haven't even played it in like a month or two. So it's just one of those things. But Factorio, I've always have had a fascination with it, and it's just, I don't know, it's always been something. It's kind of like I got burnt out on Minecraft. I used to play the shit out of Minecraft, and I kept having to, it went good for a while, and the server I was playing on, and wound up having problems losing the server, or moving the server, or losing the world, and shit getting fucked up, and it's basically killed the enjoyment of the game. Even with mods, I don't even really enjoy it that much anymore. So I've been actually contemplating either doing some videos of maybe StarMade or Terraria or something like that. I'm not sure, but this is Factorio, and we're getting the advanced circuits up. We're almost, yeah, we got the last few assembly machines going on, and we're getting close. We're getting very close. I'm happy. I'm really happy about getting all this done. Uh, I don't know. Like I said, it's the last time I messed with oil was when oil came out, and that's when they changed like the advanced circuits over to requiring plastic, which required oil or something like that. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. It was like version 0.9 something that oil came out in. So it's been quite a while ago. But yeah, something I've contemplated is, like, there's a few things I want to do that aren't necessarily like required to finish the game. To get the rocket silo or whatever it is, to get that going. The underground belt, the splitters and stuff like that, electric drills. There's quite a few things I want to get automated, but I'm not sure if it really, like, I think it would slow down the series too much to warrant doing them on camera. So I've been tossing around the idea, and here I don't even know what I'm talking about here because my mic is muted. But I was talking about getting something situated there. But I'd like to know, some people's opinion on if you think I should, like, do the stuff that's not required off camera, like the underground belts and not inserters, but splitters and mining drills. I mean, I don't really need the mining drills, but it'd be nice to not have to worry about them. Plus, once I get the robot network up and going, I could, have them in provider chests and stuff like that, and just have them requested whenever I need to go set up some. Because I want to do trains too, because I've never ever messed with the trains. Even, I mean, they were in the game before oil and stuff. Where I think I could be wrong on that, but I don't know. It's just. It's hard to decide. I mean, the game isn't like, well, for me, I'm not gonna play it fast paced. I like to sit down and enjoy it. I don't like to feel rushed, but at the same time, recording it and only having 20 minutes to record a certain amount of stuff in, I want to like do the most stuff that has the most value, like the most watchable value and stuff, like actually progressing in the game. So, if you have an opinion on that, then I'd really like to know what you think about doing, just the main stuff required to finish the game and setting up extra things that just stuff that make, ease of life items and stuff like that, automation, off camera. I mean, I'll do it on camera or whatever you want, but, like I said, I mean, I feel that I'm already 30 episodes in. I'm just now getting the oil set up. So I feel like I've kind of, I don't know, I've taken too long. And it's gotten kind of boring. I mean, it kind of is anyway, but, I don't know. I mean, I like recording it. I like doing it. And, I'd like to know what, if anybody has any opinions on it or whatever. If not, then I might just do some things on camera and some things off camera I feel that aren't needed on camera. So, I can be like, well, hey, I did this, and now today we can focus on getting this stuff done. So, but we're getting close. Now we're setting up the inserters to get the advanced circuits going. I'm thinking about how the layout in my head. Usually I try to get a visual in my mind before I commit to anything. And I don't know. That's one thing that makes it slower, at least my playthroughs. I know a lot of people like Aruma and Stejo. They've started and stopped the series, their series so many times. So like, I'm not saying anything bad. It's just that they've done the process a lot more than me. I've only done it maybe 3 times in total. Like once, when I first found the game, again when the oil came out, and then now. So, and I haven't played any of the game outside of recording it. Like, other than getting some things done that I didn't feel need to be recorded, like, finishing up the iron smelting earlier and stuff like that. So, that's pretty much my experience is what you're seeing recorded, plus, the couple of times I played many, several years ago or wherever 0.9 was. But yeah, we're getting close. We're getting really close. I still got to get the plastic up. Once I can get that running, be churning out a advanced circuit every half second. But yeah, now I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna run the plastic, because got to get it from way down here all the way up there. And it actually worked out surprisingly well. I was checking all the levels. I'm gonna have to get lubricant going to use up some of the heavy oil. Once I can get the heavy oil, and I was talking about how I felt like there's 3 different kinds of oil. Once they're refined, and there's 3 different products that you need from the oil, but you only use 2 of the 3 oils. I mean, now it's changed. I know there's, like I said, like I was saying here, I know there's oil cracking or light oil cracking to petroleum. But, I mean, in the general sense, like, you have 3 types of oil. You have, sulfur, plastic, and lubricant that you need, but you're using only 2 of them. You've got one thing that's relying on two things. I mean, I guess it's kind of a way to add in something, you know, like the extra little bit of, you know, advanced oil processing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's like, well, why don't you just use like light oil for plastic or acid or something like that, and or sulfur, and then you know heavy oil lubricant, and then you know there's three things, and then there's three types of oil. I mean, you know, logic would tell me that you know one for each, you know, split it evenly. Now I know with the rocket silo or whatever, now you need solid fuel as part of the construction material stuff, or as like actual fuel for the rocket that you build or whatever it is. Um, and you know that gives more use to light oil because you can use that, turn it into solid fuel. It gives it more of a use for solid fuel, other than just using coal. But it's still, I mean, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's illogical to me that you know why would you have three types of oil and three products that you need to advance. Why not use one type of oil for each product? But I mean, that's you know, I'm not trying to tell a developer how to do his job. I just think it'd be more logical to do it, you know, logically. But yeah, we're almost there. We're getting the plastic up, which is awesome. And yeah, this is where I was asking about, you know, if I you know, some things, if I should go ahead like set up off camera and stuff like that. So like I said, let me know what you think, because I like to make it at least somewhat enjoyable to watch. I mean, like I said, I enjoy like doing the process and stuff like that, the work that goes into it, because I've actually I mean, I work on computers for a living, but I haven't really had a lot of work lately, so I've been, you know, kind of bored, and hopefully, you know, I'll start getting a lot of Windows 10 computers that need to be coming in or need to be updated and stuff like that. But so, you know, in fact, I like Factorio. Factorio is easy to record. You know, I can do a little bit here and there. And even though I do tend to like record in like an hour and a half chunks and stuff like that, so. But yeah, I mean, let me know. I mean, you know, give me feedback. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you don't like something or something like that. So it's the internet after all. And here I was trying to work out how I wanted to do this, because I needed one extra space in order to get the plastic out. Or not the plastic, but the advanced circuits out. And now we're going to start, everything is going to start kicking into gear here. Until I run out of copper. But yeah, there's our first little, our first advanced circuit. I was so happy with that. I was like, yeah, first advanced circuit. But you would know that because, you know, it's lost in oblivion with the muted mic. Oh, but yeah, I was trying to figure out, because I needed that extra one. I was like one space short on the underground belt, and so I had to figure out some way to get the yeah, and this was a bad idea too. I had to figure out some way to get the copper over there. But it'll work out. Of course, I need more iron. I always need more iron, and this is why I want to get like underground belt and stuff like that automated. That way, I don't have to worry about it. Plus, I'm not far away from getting logistics stuff set up, and it'd be nice to just be like, you know, here's another request of this, and you know, keep me stocked up and stuff like that. So, time to run back and forth, back and forth. I was like, no, it's copper, no, on the plastic line, that's not where you go. Oh, man. That's where I figured out, you know, hey, let's try it like this. I tried, I was like, well, maybe I can loop it back around so there's not like a bunch of it wasted right here. But that doesn't really work either, so... doesn't really accomplish anything, basically. I guess it could work in some way, but And that's a done deal now. Like I said, post commentary, so I just left it half like a backwards question mark. Yeah, I stood there for a minute admiring the work, thinking on how can I change this so there's not wasted copper. I was checking out the production line, seeing how everything was going. And I realized that I couldn't output the wires fast enough, the copper cable, fast enough. So I was like, well, let me slap in an extra fast inserter, and that made a huge difference. Because the copper cable produces at like basically 0.3 per item, 0.3 seconds. Because with the a half a second item or a half a second cook time, whatever you want to call it, production time, is 0.667 seconds in an assembly machine 2. Because you get like a little bit of a penalty. Not as much as the other one, but you get a little bit of a penalty. And half, it produces 2 each time, so half of that is 0.334 basically, or whatever you want to call it, 0.334, 3.5. But yeah, 0.33 seconds, 0.66 for 2 of them. And it takes 0.47 seconds, 0.48 seconds, something like that, for a full rotation of the fast inserter. So you need 2 of them to output on that line. So, for one assembler 2, you need. So you probably need. Well, I don't know. I'd have to do the math, but you might need more than 2 for the assembler machine 3s, because the 3s you get a 25% reduction, I think, is how it works in speed, or not speed, but time. A 25% increase in speed, basically. So it's kind of weird that none of the assemblers, like you go from 2 assemblers that give you penalties. Assembler 1 gives you a big penalty, assembler 2 gives you a medium penalty, and then the third one gives you a bonus. There's no flat 0.5 seconds is 0.5 seconds. There's none that are just 100%. You get either 75% of the production speed or 125% of the production speed. So it's kind of, I've always thought that was kind of weird, but yeah, we got our advanced circuit going full blast. We're ready. We're ready. We're stepping up into the old age, but yeah, now I'm going to work on getting the advanced circuits back down to the blue guys, the factories for the blue science packs. I need these and batteries. Once I get these, it's basically 3/4 of the way done. All I need to do is get the battery production set up and get those moved up to the those factories as well. So it's coming on along. I mean, I wish it could have been faster. I wish I could have done it faster, but it would have been a little bit quicker if it hadn't have been for the huge update. 0.12. But it is what it is. I mean, we can get it done, and we can get some cool shit going on. I hope. I'm excited about getting this done. We're going to snake this shit all the way through here. It's so much belt running through here. It's just going to be solid belt. And I think what I might do in the next episode is, instead of working on the batteries, is get the concrete running. Because I mean, the sooner I can get that running, the faster I can move. The more I can get produced, and the faster I can move across the base. Because that shit is crazy. It's like having an exoskeleton and a power armor. Just one of them, I think, or something like that. So it makes you run. It's 40% extra versus 30% on the stone walkway. I mean, it's not that much of a difference, but I mean it looks better than the stone though, I think. But I think that's what I'm gonna do because the sooner I can get that produced or started production, because you need loads of it. You know, I mean, you need a lot of it. And it's actually kind of wasteful to do the stone ones. Like, you need stone for the concrete anyway, and each stone, I think it's, is it five? I think it's 5 stone to make 10 concrete. So it's way more efficient to do concrete than it is to do the stone walkway. So by using the stone to make concrete instead of using the stone to make walkway, I think it'll be better. So I think that's going to be my plan for the next episode. And here I'm still trying to work out like how I want, because I got to figure out where I want the circuits to come in and where I want the batteries to come in. I'm going to do the batteries down south a little bit farther, because all they need, I mean, the sulfuric acid, basically everything I need is up near the the beginning of the main bus. Because all it needs is iron plates and copper, and then the sulfuric acid, which I've got stored, getting put into tanks down south, and I don't have to worry about going like all the way to the end of the bus and bringing them back. So I think I'm gonna try to bring them up from the south, and then what I do here is bring the advanced circuits up to the north. Like I go up and then around on the top. I was trying to figure out exactly how to do it because I had to have the right amount of room for each side. But yeah, I mean, this is like a really big, I mean, for the lack of a better term, it's a clusterfuck. It's a clusterfuck of belt right here. I'm just thinking, really, like, well, if I do it like this, I can do this. But see, like, that's in the way. And, yeah, I'm just trying to figure it out. But it works out. It'll work out. I'm just thinking, like, well, how do I want to do this? And also, I need more damn underground belt. And I'm trying to debate on what, I mean, is it even worth using the faster belt in a lot of situations? I don't know. And I'm starting to notice too, I think that now that the at least the red belt and the yellow belts have about the same amount of compression. I'd have to do like a test, but it just seems like there's about the same amount. I mean, it's hard to tell, but if you look down in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see that there's the yellow and the red moved. There's the yellow and the red. It looks about the same amount of distance. You know, they're packed about the same. So I'm kind of wondering if they're, in the changes that they made, if they made the compressions on all the belts equal now. So it might be better to use, you know, like red all the way through now, and then in certain situations, I don't know. It is. I mean, it's really a science on how to get all this stuff set up. You gotta, you know, I mean, some things, you know, the slower but denser belts can do better, and some things the faster belts can do better. So you gotta do a lot of experimentation or research anyway on, you know, people that have already done the experimentations. But this is where I wanted to check and see if the underground belt would work right here, and it does change that. So it will create, that way I can have both coming on to the belts without any issues. Once I get enough underground belt, the plastic will, or the advanced circuits will be flowing into the system. They'll start loading those up, and then all I need is the batteries. I am very excited. Like I said, I'm getting close to being able to do research again. I haven't been able to do research in forever. And I've had the smart inserters and stuff like that all set up for ages now. And there goes the advanced circuits. Getting loaded, side loaded onto the belt. And like I said, if not in the next episode, the episode after that, I'll get on batteries. But I think the next episode is going to be concrete. That way I can get it started. And here I'm just talking about where to do the batteries and stuff like that. I'm going to do them somewhere around down there, I think. Might just tie it off of that from that line and run a copper line down, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that's about it. We're going to wrap it up here next few seconds or so. So, yeah, this hopefully will be the last post-commentary episode I do. And if you stuck it out for this horrible, horrible post-commentary, then I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you in episode 34. But until then, I will catch you guys later. Take it easy.